almost Friday.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Some weeks just are long, even when they're not long.
Yeah. Yeah. At least the weather's beautiful. I took the dog on like a 1.5 mile walk, and his little legs, I think he's just up there sleeping. He's done.
Nice.
Done for a while. Just like
Right.
I'm done. Done with you.
Wow.
So this is mildly embarrassing, maybe not. I honestly thought you could just go buy a HoloLens 2 by now.
Right. It's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I had to go back. I sort of forgot about it, right? So I went back and looked, and now I don't remember the dates, but I want to say back in May, they were like, people can pre-order these things now, or developers can. And there's a developer edition that's the same $3,500 price as the normal, retail or whatever you want to call it version, except that it comes with, $500 worth of Azure credits or whatever. But they never announced like a ship date. So the funny thing about this announcement, such that it is it was mentioned apparently in passing by Harry Shum, who was in Asia at some event that had nothing to do with Hull. It's an AI event, and that's the totality of the story. There's no other. Someone from Reuters was there.
Somebody at your house? They just knocked?
No, that's I mentioned to you right before the show started that I've gotten multiple notifications from UPS about a change in delivery time.
Yep.
I bet that's UPS. Anywho.
Yeah. So there you go. If you've been holding out for HoloLens 2, you'll be able to buy that here.
Yeah, apparently.
Did they give a specific date?
Nope. That's what I mean. Like, it was. Yeah, it's not like, you would imagine an announcement. The date would be up there. He would say, I'm happy to announce that, here's the date. No, it seems like, because again, there's only one report.
Yep.
It's literally 2 sentences long. Most of the wordage is about who it was and where he was. And HoloLens 2 will be available to customers in September. That's the whole story.
I wonder if that was an accident.
I know. Well, there's no way to know. I've not seen a video. I don't have the direct quote. But the way it's reported, it almost seems like it was in passing.
Yeah, like you probably was supposed to say later this year, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's in September."
Yeah, that's September. Yeah,
back in September. Get a little Earth, Wind, and Fire playing while he said it. September.
Wow, it's pretty good, Brad. That's.
So this is something that's going to impact me based on what we did right before the show. Microsoft is killing EPUB support in Edge Classic because when we do the Beneath the Surface commentary, which we recorded right before this, I pull up Edge and use it as an EPUB reader.
Yeah, me too. That's why I wrote the story this morning. Because when it came up, it was like, did you see how poorly they worded it too?
No.
God, Microsoft kills me sometimes. Like, there's actually a support page. Sorry for the bright light in my face. I have to look at the wording, where it says correctly that Microsoft Edge will no longer support ebooks that use the .epub file extension. That's correct, right? That's English. Yeah. That's correct English. The actual browser message says Microsoft Edge will no longer be supporting ebooks. And then it recommends .epub apps. .epub is a file extension. The word is EPUB. It's all caps. I mean, seriously, like this is, and I didn't put this in the article, but, because I feel like I've been ranting a lot lately on the Windows 10 stuff. But again, this is the level of oversight that we get from the Windows guys these days. Like just crappy English. Yeah. I can't even speak
there you
English.
Go. It's hard. Words are hard.
But I'm not a part of a company that earns $11 billion in revenues in a quarter either, am I? Anyway, they're obviously not putting any of that money towards some sort of a style guide. It's amazing. I feel like every day I have like a face plant or face, whatever. I can't speak today. I'm sorry. I'm just so. This stuff just freaks me out so much.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Well, the thing that's freaking me out right now is, I told you about this earlier today. I was complaining on Skype to Paul that yesterday my computer worked absolutely fine. Go to turn it on today, just nothing. I don't know what I did. 45 minutes of like making sure all the cables are plugged in. Maybe my dog hit it. Nope. Fine. Hit the button and it's fine. Then I go back up later and the screen is black, but the computer's on and I can't get it to come back to life. And I'm like, so I restart it.
Lights are on, but no one's home.
Yeah. So I restart it and it's fine. I get logged in. Then I go and take the dog on a walk and I come back and it's off. I don't know if there was the patch Tuesday like finally installed and now it's freaking out because I don't know. I bet I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to have a computer with a black screen and I can't get it to turn back on until I restart it.
So I mentioned in passing to you when you told me about this that I was also having computer issues. I had switched to this NUC thing, and this has been running 1903 since the beta or whatever we're calling it these days. It was originally only set up for the Microsoft account I used for the book, and after I got back from the home swap, and then eventually went to the shipping version in 1903, I got it off the Insider program. It's been updated all along, whatever. It was. You can't see it, but there's a 1080p Samsung display over here. It was connected to that with HDMI. And when I finally decided to switch to it, I brought it over to next to the all-in-one I had been using, and I connected it to that display, which is a 4K display. There were problems with that. I switched it to a different business class 1080p HP display. So I was using that. Right toward the end, before I switched to yet another monitor, I started having power management problems with it. And then the new HP display arrived, which is what I'm using now, connected to that over HDMI. And sure enough, dude, it comes out of sleep and all the windows like come up and they're like little tiny things and they go up into the corner of the screen. Now, this is the type of problem if you're a Windows user, like you've kind of seen this before. Like this seems familiar. And I did some research on it, and there's some registry stuff you can do. And basically, I think it has to do with the fact that I've connected too many different kinds of monitors, and it's when it recycles, whatever. I've installed like the HP software for the display. I've done blah, 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 whatever. So I made two changes. I went through the registry and I fixed, whatever. I also changed the way I was connecting to it. Now I'm going from... Actually, no, I'm not. I was going to say USB-C. I'm actually going from HDMI to DisplayPort using a cable I bought that I didn't think I was going to need. It has cycled through the power management thing twice since then. And it's been fine. And if it's going to be fine, I'm not going to touch it. But I'm getting ready to blow it. If I wake up tomorrow and it's all up in the corner again, I'm going to blow this away and I'm going to go USB-C. And when that doesn't work, maybe I'm going to try Surface Book 2. I don't know what else to do. I just need a freaking computer that works. Like what? I don't know.
Maybe you'll get one on this because Paul has a theory.
Well, someone else had a theory. I just saw it on Twitter and I was like, yep, he's right. That's nothing. That's just the date.
I hope you're wrong.
Like the way they construct like LED numbers on like an old fashioned clock. That's all that is.
I hope we get there and the first thing we see is this animation morph into something. And then in the first 5 seconds, I'm just going to go, Paul, you were wrong.
Yeah, no, by the way, I hope so too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not rooting for this, but
that's what, I mean, you can kind of see
the problem is once you see that it's 1002, which is the date of the event, you're like, that's all that is. They put it into the Microsoft logo because it's a Microsoft event on that date. And here's what I'll do. And we all look like jerks because you and I spent a bunch of time speculating. On Windows Weekly, we spent even more time. Come up with all these stupid ideas. I'll just throw this one little asterisk into the conversation. Actually, throw up the picture so you can see it. The one thing that goes against this there, I mean, it's obviously the date, but it is perhaps interesting that there are 2 zeros, right? 1002, and they don't look the same. Why wouldn't they be the same?
Well, one could argue that we're both zeros and we don't look the same, Paul.
That's fair and true. Yep.
So, all right, you got anything else for today?
No, I do not.
Well, that wraps it up for today, folks. We should be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find all that information on Thurrott.com or on the YouTube channel. If you haven't done that, subscribe, and then you'll get the little notification, maybe, possibly, if it's all working correctly. But we'll catch all of you right back here tomorrow.